Hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and I'm with Steve Anderson at Steve Anderson Music Services, and we're talking stringed instruments and care and feeding and that kind of thing. Steve, you started to get into it, and I stopped your last post because I wanted to stay with the basics. But so I bring a guitar in here, and one of the first things that you do when I bring you a guitar is you look down that neck.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you looking for? And I've heard that it's not perfect straightness.
Right. Well, you want to see, first thing you want to evaluate where the neck sits in relation to the strings. When I look down, I'm using the string as a straight edge to see whether the neck's dipping or bowing up.
All right.
And then adjusting accordingly. If the guitar's got a truss rod in it, that makes it significantly easier.
Explain a truss rod. What is that?
Truss rod is a bar inside the neck that, depending on how much tension you on the bar, will help the guitar have a little bit of bow or a little bit of relief, or take away some back bow if it's arched this direction.
Okay, and you want it to have a little bit.
Bit of bow.
What does that do for you?
Well, a perfectly straight neck, it for whatever reason causes a certain amount of tension. With a little bit of relief and just a little bit, the whole neck becomes more supple. The strings play easier. Also, because the strings are moving, the amplitude of the strings are moving. If it's completely straight, that's going to bottom out faster.
It's going to buzz
Yeah,
more often.
exactly.
Okay. Does that change between an acoustic guitar and an electric guitar?
That part of it doesn't. You want about the same amount of relief for each guitar. Now, there are some guitar players who prefer a different playability.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some guys, especially guys that are super fast players, shredders, those guys, they want a perfectly flat neck because they want to be able to move their fingers and just touch the strings.
And because they're playing all that distortion, they care a bit of buzz.
A little bit of fret
anyway.
buzz, isn't it? Well, and most of the time, I'll have the most common request is I want the strings as low as they can be without buzzing.
Huh.
That's what almost everybody asks for. Typically what that really means is I want it as low as it can be without buzzing on electric guitar through an amplifier. So you may get a little bit of string buzz if you're playing it acoustically in your bedroom.
Yeah.
But once you plug it in, it doesn't, as long as it's not coming through the amplifier, you've still got good supple action.
Gotcha. All right, so that's the basics of a straight neck, and I'm Ryan Michael Galloway with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, and we're talking with Steve Anderson of Steve Anderson Music Services. We'll be back. Thanks.